Hey, what's up, you guys? So I was gonna do this video. I was gonna make it on like what's it like not to transition, but then I looked at my shirt, and this might be a little controversial, whatever. But I don't fucking care. Y'all can suck my asshole. No, I saw my shirt and I was like, you know what? I want to talk about my future, cause why not? So yeah. So I think the most asked question that I've ever gotten, and I'm sure everyone else can say that they've gotten this question way too many times, but it's, what do you want to be when you grow up? And just like many other people, I have gone through phases and options and different things that I could do when I grow up. For a while I wanted to be a meteorologist, and then I realized that fuck that. And then for the longest time, from like 3rd to 7th grade, I wanted to be an architect. Like, I was designing shit, like I was, drawing buildings and everything. I was freaking dead ass serious. And then I realized how much work and how much math that is, and I'm not good at math. Then I was kind of, stuck for a little bit. I didn't know what I wanted to do. I really went back and forth on photographer and psychologist for a lot of high school. And now that I'm a senior, I have 1 year left of high school, and then I'm done. Then I'm out into the real-ish world. But now that I'm a senior, I need to start settling down. I need to figure it out. And I've had it figured out for a while now, and I think I really like my plan. So I kind of realized that I can't major in photography because that's not really smart. I mean, I could if I wanted to, but photography is more of just like a hobby, and I do have a photography business. That's right, I'm a business owner. But I mean, it's more of like a side job. It's like a hobby. And I'd love to, like, if I were to get a job as a National Geographic photographer, I think that would be like the coolest thing. Like, actually, hold on, I'm gonna sneeze. Anyways, on my bucket list, like, I literally have sell a photo to National Geographic. Like, that would be my dream, to work for National Geographic and like travel the world and take pictures for the magazine and everything. But I realized that, I mean, they do a lot of freelance photographers, so like people just sell them pictures and stuff. So I probably couldn't do that. And I mean, I like psychology, like I really do. I find it fascinating, and especially with like what I've been through, I feel like I could really help a lot of people. But I don't know that I want to do that, like, as a career. But something that I'm really passionate about, and I think it's really fun, and I'm really glad that I'm learning this, is Spanish. And so, like, for those of you who don't know, I am part Mexican, obviously. No, but I actually am. I'm part Mexican and part Spanish. So, Mexico and Spain, that's pretty cool. No, I went to Spain last summer, and I still have not made a video on that, and I'm not going to, because it's literally been almost a full year. But, yeah, I went to Spain last summer, and that was, oh my god, it was so fun. And now that it's coming to that, 1 year mark, I'm starting to get like really homesick, but for Spain. No, but like speaking Spanish is, I think it's really fun. And like, I have a lot of Mexican family and they speak Spanish, and like, out of my family, like the people that are living in my house right now, there's 2 fluent Spanish speakers, and that's me and my grandpa. I don't talk to him in Spanish because if I get him started, then he won't stop. No, but like I'm pretty fluent in Spanish, I think. Like on a scale 1 to 10, I'm at like, I don't know, 6.5 maybe. So I understand like I've a long way to go. But I have 1 year of high school left, and I will be taking Spanish classes in college too. So, there's only so many things that I can do with Spanish. So if you haven't guessed it already, then you're kind of dumb. I'm gonna be a Spanish teacher. Woo! I'm gonna teach Spanish as a second language. Or I could live abroad. Like I could move to like a Spanish-speaking country and teach English as a second language, which I have thought about, and I've found a solution. So first I'm gonna talk about like what I'm gonna major and minor in. So yeah. So I have chosen my top 2 universities. Montana State University in Billings and Black Hills State University in South Dakota. And I loved both of those schools. I don't know what I'm gonna do if I get accepted to both. I can't choose between them. I loved them both so much. So those are my 2 universities that I've chosen. And what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna major in teaching with an emphasis in Spanish, and then I'm gonna minor in psychology, and I don't know that I'm gonna have another minor, but if I do, then it'll probably be some sort of like criminology thing, because that is my 3rd possible career choice, being a police officer. Actually, probably a crime scene investigator, because I think that's so cool. Yeah, that's real cool. Or even better, a crime scene photographer. That's like real gory and has photography. What? No, actually they don't make a lot of money, but crime scene investigators make a little bit more. So yeah, I recently got into this career path this year. For a class, I had to do a research project on a career choice, so I chose police officer. And you know, I have blue blood. Like, I know there's a huge controversy with police officers, and I think some people might find it a little contradictory that me, a trans man, wants to be a police officer. But all I have to say to that is there are good cops. And I mean, if I choose this, I fully intend to be a good cop, because I'm not gonna just go fucking like behead a trans woman. I fucking love them. They're beautiful. Like, what? Absolutely gorgeous. No, but like, it's in my family. It's in my blood. Like, both of my grandparents were police officers. My grandma's ex-husband was a police officer. My mom has a degree in criminal justice. Like, this shit's in my blood, and I find it really fascinating. Like, crime scene investigating. My grandpa, he was a detective. That was his position, and he specialized in like rape and sexual assault cases, and so he's seen a lot of stuff. And like, I hear stories about all these things that he's done, and it really, like, it fascinates me. And also I want to help people like that. Like, now he works for a company that like, they have this app, and it alerts victims of sexual assault, or you know, any sort of assault, when their assaulter is like, has been released from jail, or is, you know, loose or something, and you know, it gives them like a heads up, and I think that's really cool, and that's like, I want to be able to help people like that. So my stance, I fully believe that there are good cops and there are bad cops, obviously. Like, there's not really any like gray area. It's black and white. There's good and bad. Just like there are good and bad people. Like, I'm not gonna get into that. But yeah, so teacher, psychologist, and police officer. That's the T. So anyways, let's get back to teaching. Anyways, so both of the universities that I want to go to, they have really good teaching programs. In fact, Black Hills State is a teaching school. So they both have really good programs where I can go, like spend a semester, like a year teaching abroad in a Spanish-speaking country. So I would be able to do that, teaching English as a second language in that Spanish-speaking country for however long I wanted. And then I would obviously, like, I'd come back to the States. I think I'm probably just gonna live here and teach Spanish as a second language, because it's too expensive to live abroad. You know, now that I think about it, there's actually a lot of things I can do with Spanish. Learning Spanish has opened so many doors for me. Like, it's like, even just putting it on my resume, like, that's a skill that not a lot of people have, and especially, like, not to brag or anything, but especially at my level. Like, I spent a month, like, I lived for a month in Spain where I could only speak Spanish. Like, that's, not many people do that. Not many people can put that on their resume. Like, I can teach in a Spanish-speaking school, or I can teach Spanish as a second language. I can, like, be a Spanish-speaking psychologist. I can be a Spanish-speaking police officer, even work at McDonald's and be a Spanish speaker. So yeah, actually, Spanish has opened so many doors for me, and I'm really glad that I did this. Also, another big reason why I'm pursuing Spanish is because, like, me and my mom, we spent $10,000 to send me to Spain, and then I better use that freaking experience. So, no, but, like, I like speaking Spanish, and teaching, like, it has never really been at the top of my list, but just thinking about teaching Spanish, like, that's really cool, you know? Plus, with my teaching license, I can teach English, I can teach Spanish, or I can teach psychology. If I take some photography and, like, criminology classes, sociology, like, I can teach all those. Like, wow, I have a lot of options. So anyways, that's just the school side of my future. This video is already pretty long. I mean, there's not really much else to talk about right now. Like, this is just short-term future. Like, there's not really much that I can do with my transitioning, because I have to stay in contact with my family until I graduate college, because my mom's paying for my college. So, yeah. But after college, you best know that I'm freaking cutting everything off, including these. And I've recently reconnected with someone who's been really supportive and really, really helpful with everything. So I'm glad that I'm talking to them again. And yeah, that's about it. I'm sorry this video was really crappy. Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe. That's it. Bye, guys.